Now, as I said at the end of the last module, the one question that I get asked the most, I would say, is, well, how long is this going to take? And to be fair, I get it because I am also human, and we operate on time. And I remember, certainly in the early days, just getting so frustrated, thinking, why is this taking so long? When am I going to see things? And you almost become a little bit obsessed with looking for hints and tips and triggers that are telling you that you're on the right path. Or, as again, is human nature, we get frustrated and think, oh, this is rubbish, it's not going to work, and we give up. And all too often, we give up at just the moment when things are about to start to change. And I suppose one of the things that frustrated me immensely, and to be honest, it's what I'm going to tell you now, is that there is no definitive answer to the question, how long does the law of attraction take? Because when you use the law of attraction, the things that you don't really care about can manifest almost in a heartbeat. Um, you simply think about them once, you forget about them, and then suddenly, there you go, you've got them. It's been delivered to you. And actually, there's a really good point of that. But when it comes to the things that you really want to attract, it feels like it takes forever. You might make list after list of what you want. You get as clear as possible. You visualize, you think positively, you meditate, you do everything people like me tell you that you're supposed to do. And yet it feels like nothing is happening. I suppose, is it even possible to know how long it is going to take for the law of attraction to work? In a sense, yes. But I'm also going to say to you, it depends. And the thing it depends on the most is you. Now, whether something appears instantly or takes years to come in your life depends on how attached you are to the outcome. One of the things that was explained to me in the very early days is that, often the things we want to bring into our lives are quite life changing in one way or another. It may mean moving house, it may mean changing our career, all sorts of things. And for me, it's actually now quite reassuring that the law of attraction doesn't work instantly, because what it's doing is it's making you really think about how much you want these things to change. We might think we want to, let's talk money. Let's say we want to win the lottery. We want to win £1 million. Okay. That, I'm sure most of us would say, would be a very, very nice thing to have. But the reality is, what would have to change in your life and your existence now if you won £1 million? Would you move house? Would it change your relationship with your friends and your family? Would your friends think that you were in a position just to help them out and give them lots and lots of money because you'd won lots of it? Would that make you feel comfortable, or would it make you feel uncomfortable? Would you start driving a different car? Would you, your life would change. The amount of people that say, oh, I wouldn't let money change me. But it does. And the law of attraction is really making you question what you want and how much you want it. And in my opinion, that's why things do not happen instantly. As I said, the things that you don't really care about, the things that aren't going to change your life significantly, can happen literally in a heartbeat. As I said, you think about it once and there it is. But as I said, they are coming into your life because you don't care so deeply about the outcome. It's not because they're easier to manifest. It's just because if you didn't get them, what's going to happen? Life is not going to be over just because you didn't get that one particular parking space that you'd been trying to manifest. Now, sometimes it can be some favourite food that you think about, and suddenly you go home and your partner's cooked it for your dinner, or you go to your friend's house and they say, oh, let's have so and so. And it's been something that you've been thinking about. And as I said, all you did was think about how nice it would be to have it. And then that thought maybe went out of your head. It was no big deal. And suddenly there it is. Before you know it, what you want is there. And this happens literally on a daily basis. And sometimes it can happen on an hourly basis. People are talking about it, and I don't know, it might be that you like a particular make of car, and suddenly you see that car everywhere, whether it be in the car park, your neighbour's got one, there's one driving down the street. Suddenly they are there and they are absolutely everywhere. But other times, you can be looking for those hints and tips, and you're looking around and you're just not seeing anything that gives you an indication that what you want is coming. You feel like the law of attraction is not working, it's taking too long, you get frustrated and you give up. But when you're in that situation, I have 3 or 4 really important things that I want you to flick back on and remember. So you may find that you come back to this particular module again and again. Now, because your thoughts create your reality, when you notice that you don't have what you want, or that it is taking a long time to manifest, you're creating more moments in your life where you don't have what you want and where it's taking a long time to manifest. So as you're sitting there thinking, this is so frustrating, it's not working, guess what? That mirror is coming back to you saying, I'm going to frustrate you and I'm going to take a long time. Okay? And that is probably one of the biggest things that people don't realize. You think you want a new house, you want a new job, but you don't have the opportunities. You are creating the fact that you don't have the opportunities. You don't have the money to put down the mortgage, the deposit for the mortgage. While you're thinking, I don't have the money for the deposit for the mortgage, that's what you're going to get back. I don't have the money for the deposit to put down the mortgage. And every time you think that the law of attraction is not working and you start to look for other ways to make it work, you're basically telling other things that you need help manifesting because you can't do it. And every time you think you can't do something, you're right. Okay? Law of attraction doesn't work. There you go. The mirror is coming back to you. The law of attraction doesn't work. And it's there's such simple human responses to situations that it becomes really, really difficult to actually realize that you are standing in your own way of achieving the things that you want. You see, what you want to attract is not really taking forever to manifest. Sometimes there are other factors that are involved in creating your desires, and sometimes you're not even aware that these things have to be aligned or created or moved before the thing that you want can actually happen. And these factors will prevent you from instantly receiving that thing that you want. So, like I said, for example, you might want a new car. Okay, chances are you want more than just a new car. You want a certain make and model. You want it to run efficiently. You want it to be within your price point. You want to have a great experience when you purchase it. You want it to be reliable. These elements all have to be created. So it's not just a simple, I want a car. Okay. And no matter how badly you want that car right now, right this very, very minute, it takes longer for everything to come together because all of these different elements that you want have to come into it. And this is where we hear the term of divine timing. So everything comes to you at the perfect time, and it will take the amount of time that is required to bring all of those elements together for you. Now, if you're feeling nervous, anxious, you're impatient, you're scared, you are pushing away the very things that you want. And this is why it is so important to detach from the outcome. So, like when we talk about manifesting, or maybe we're doing a bit of spell casting or whatever, you focus on what you want, you extend your gratitude on the basis that you already have put your order in, that what you want is coming back to you, and then you release. Now, if we're doing a candle magic spell, for example, we might open the window and let the smoke go. If we were doing a burning ritual, you let the ashes go. You let go of whatever it is that you're trying to do. And detachment doesn't mean you don't care about the outcome of your desire. Detachment means that you're okay with things being as they are now, but actually we're working towards something better. Detachment is a feeling of hope that you are going to get what you want, but you're still enjoying the process that takes you from where you are now to where you want to be. Now, if you've watched some of my lives in the past, you'll hear me say that, often when you've manifested something that was really important to you or really special to you, as much of the enjoyment of having the thing is great, you'll often find that the excitement in the journey leading up to it is the thing that you remember the most. That anticipation, it's coming, it's amazing. When you see signs from the universe, and they are there constantly, but when you see signs that you identify with and you relate with, that you read as indication that the things you want are coming, that adrenaline kick you get is incredible. And that is one of the most important things. So when you're enjoying where you are now and you're living as if you already have your desire, then the sooner your desire is going to manifest into your reality. So ultimately, it's a long way around it, but to answer your question in terms of how long does the law of attraction take to work, my answer is you decide. Okay? The answer to that question is down to you. However long it takes is exactly the right amount of time for you based on the effort that you are putting into manifesting your goals.